James Harrison, just quick to talk about something. You can call it a hot topic if you want. I've made several videos lately about different muffling devices. Now, truth be told, I don't like to muffle. I don't muffle very much at all. Rarely do I do it. However, when I started shooting a lot of videos using just a phone mic, I started using a lot more muffling. I would use the rings on the head from Remo, or I would use tape or the gels. Not Moon gels, but Vader or Remo. I usually use those two. I've tried the drum drops and stuff before. I've got the tandem drops that I've tried, which are relatively new to me. Haven't used them on a gig yet. And I have, of course, a lot of other things. Probably the most common one is tape. And I don't like to have things that are pre-muffled because every location is different. And for what I call a working drummer, when you're not in arenas all the time, you might be in a loud, bright room 1 minute and then a ballroom with a bunch of curtains and tables and chairs and all kinds of things on a carpeted hotel ballroom, and everything tends to be a little more dead. And if it's pre-muffled, you can't make it brighter, but you can always tame it down if you need to. Now, of course, you can try to tune it out, but if you're miking, sometimes that doesn't work as well as you might think. And especially if you have a larger drum set, if you have to tune out one, then you have to change the tuning on everything. So I'm not against muffling, and I understand that a lot of people may need to do it. However, I do feel that in what I call the video age, since we've gotten so popular with YouTube, there's an entire generation and of drummers that go to YouTube first, but also what they're seeing are drummers that perform only for YouTube. They're not part of bands. They're playing along to tracks or pre-recordings, or they're doing things. And what you'll notice is a lot of YouTube drummers, the drums are super muffled, overkill in a lot of senses. But if that's the sound they're looking for, that's fine, if that's what they're looking for. But a lot of those drum sounds wouldn't work in high volume situations. Even if with close miking, they would probably have to artificially put things back in there to get some kind of presence in the room. But I understand that for the video age, you don't want a phone mic or a camera mic or something going crazy because of the volume of a drum that might be picking up a lot more of the high end. So in the video age, you're tending to see a lot more drier cymbals, a lot of tape on cymbals, muffling on cymbals, drums with weights on them to raise the pitch of the drum and dry it up and make the head respond quicker, and tape or things like the big fat snare drum or the EMAD on a floor tom or whatever. There's all kinds of muffling devices out there. I tend to stay away from muffling unless it's needed for a certain situation, but that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with it. Just explore your options and just realize that since videos have become so popular, a lot of what you see on videos are not what you would see if you went to see a live gig. You wouldn't see a lot of the drums muted and brought down as much as that, because they're having to mix that and blend that in with an entire band, not just take a pre-recorded track and mix the drums in and try to get them dry as possible for clarity purposes. You'll see that when you see some of the gospel drummers are a great example where they're playing a lot of intricate stuff, but they're still it might be high pitched, but you're still hearing a lot of resonance from the drums instead of everything being super dry. Again, nothing against it. It's not my cup of tea, but for a lot of people it's there. So you'll see several videos come out, but just realize that I really think that there's an entire genre of drummers that are video specific. They're video age drummers. That's what they do. And that's nothing wrong with that. There are some fabulous ones out there, but just don't be led into the mistake that if you're going to go jam with the band and you're going to have everything dead as a doornail, it's not going to necessarily work unless that's the sound you're looking for. If you're in a cover band, not every song has that kind of sound. So it's something to think about. But nothing against muffling. Doesn't mean you don't know how to tune. It means you're looking for a sound that you might need to get some kind of help in achieving by using a device on the outside against the head. That's it. Give it a try. Thanks.